Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at uranium energy. It is time for another update, and on this chart we are still tracking this series of 3-1-2 setups to the upside, and then this internal wave 3 that is to develop. Now within this structure, this is what we are really focusing on, this internal wave 3. We have had multiple setups, like 10 of them, that worked out great, even not even just fine. But many of them were when we were still tracking an impulse in this area. Now the main scenario suggests that this could very well be a leading diagonal where we would building another initial 5-wave structure in a wave 1 to the upside, where in the wave 1 we have an ABC structure, in the wave 2 also an ABC structure, and also in the third wave we have an ABC structure to the upside, where now we would be looking for a correction in a wave 4, also an ABC structure, and then an ABC structure in the fifth wave to the upside to complete this initial wave 1 within the larger structure of this wave 3. Now that is one interpretation, because it is technically still possible for us to track even what we have here in the blue scenario instead, where an impulse could still be building, where we have, instead of this leading diagonal to the upside, a series of 1-2 setups in many different ways that this could actually be counted, but then this could be another 1-2, and then we could start in a more direct fashion our very strong third wave to the upside. But overall, the support areas for both interpretations heavily overlap, except that in the white scenario, in the leading diagonal interpretation, we can go a lot lower without invalidating the count. And in the previous video, I provided you, actually in the previous videos a bit ago, I provided you this support area for actually both support areas for these scenarios, and we are basically looking at support all the way from the $12.5 level all the way down to the $8.5 level, and as long as we hold the 61.8% retracement, we are still looking to build and to push higher in a fifth wave to the upside. Now proportions do also matter, but that's the gist of it. And in the previous video then I provided you an updated look at this resistance area where we basically reset a wave B top, but apparently we managed to push even higher and actually form a new high. Now that isn't a problem. It is honestly just possible to have an extension in either count in this area, but for this to actually be full, for this to actually be an extension within the larger structure uptrend, we still need to form another high in this area, in my opinion. Whereas if we actually top right now and we head back to the support zones, I would rather probably consider this an overshoot in the wave B instead. And that would be in something like a WXY pattern, something like that to the upside. That would make sense. And unless we manage to form still another high, I would be looking for a direct continuation in the previous pattern that we were tracking, and we will have now a support zone that we can track for such a continuation to the upside. And I suppose we can even label a possible continuation here in orange works fine, where we have an A wave up, a B wave down, and now a C wave to the upside, where in the wave C I am tracking an ending diagonal with a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, an ABC pattern in the wave 3, and then we get the fourth here, and then another ABC pattern is also expected in the wave 5. But based on the structure that has developed within such a wave 4, I do have to say it is possible even that it has already completed. Now I would be looking generally for support for such a wave 4 in the area between the 23.6% retracement all the way down to the 61.8% retracement. So in this case, we have support for this wave 4 from the $15 level all the way down to the $13.9 level. Whereas if we fail to hold the 61.8% retracement, this continuation to the upside is likely going to fail. Now other counts could still develop, I suppose, but again, nothing really reliable, and not even this push to the upside was nothing reliable. There was just some bullish news that actually triggered this movement, and oftentimes these end up being just overshoots in the wave B. And I would generally not be too bullish on on continuation to the upside, but as long as we hold this support zone area, yeah, I can still be looking for a little higher. And other than that, I have to say the structure so far developed, difficult to count it as anything than corrective in nature, because yeah, here if I even go to the 30-minute time frame, I have only 3 waves up. I have here a 3-wave correction, all good and fine, but then here again only 3 waves up. Then we could be looking, I suppose, at a wave 2 that could have landed and bottomed here instead, if that actually helps us to track a series of 1-2 setups occurring in this area. But even in that case, I do not have a reliable structure that would suggest that yeah, this chart is ready, it is prepared to push higher, not based on the internal structure that has developed in this area. So right now I do prefer to focus on this support zone, and once this fails, or not once, if this fails to form the 5th wave to the upside, I would look at the exact same larger support zones that we have here in blue and in white, with 0 change in terms of moving these support zones higher, because if it fails, I am considering just an overshoot in the wave B, and I am still looking for a correction to reach the larger support zone areas once again. Keep in mind, we did already reach it, but nothing reliable formed to the upside so far. And yeah, for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover. And I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.